Uh, 7 o'clock, I'd like to call the June 11th, 2025 ZBA to order. And it's Sevens. Next to me is Tom Manning, Secretary. Doug Smith, regular member. Bruce McDermott, alternate member. He was sitting tonight for Mr. Kravitz, who's not here. Also, Mr. Mentor, after almost 25 years, the council has made him a regular member, full member,
Oh, good.
filling the
Oh,
vacancy.
yeah.
And he's not here.
Okay.
Oh, it's also good.
Oh, no, not me.
And
No.
Mr. Kravitz will
Sorry,
be
no,
appointed.
that's-
Mr. Kravitz will be appointed for
Oh,
2029. Also, President Tom Zanarini, the planner and we have, I think, one item on the agenda. At the appropriate time, the secretary will read the call. If the main goes in order, will assist to proceed. For those who haven't been here before, if you want to speak at the appropriate time, give us your name and address, house you want. Mr. Springfield, almost as long as me, and he knows the truth. And if you have any questions, ask them through the board. At the end of the public hearing, we will probably have, before the end, the board will probably have questions of the applicants. At the end of that portion, if you have procedure, so you can favor, opposition, or if it's anything in the file. The only other thing I should say is that at the end of the public hearing, you're welcome to remain, listen to speak, make a decision typically, but you can't add anything. So once the public hearing is closed, that's it. One last thing, cell phones, if you just put them on vibrate. Appreciate it. With that, any questions? Okay, Mr. Manning.
Yes. Tonight's public hearing is EAR 25-5.
Just for the record, missing two right now, Mr. Mentor, is just, so. Bruce will still be sitting for report.
Sure.
Okay, you all set? VAR 25-0002, 63 Edgecombe Street, Eda Springsdale applicant, Robert and Linda Gorman owners edition. So the mailings have been reviewed and everything is meets the compliance of the plans of the regulations. So I would say we're set to proceed.
Okay. Mr. Shanks too.
Each over just a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, good evening, commissioners. For the record, Peter J. Springfield Architect LLC, 105 Star Street, Mystic, Connecticut, and licensed architect in the state of Connecticut. Here tonight for 63 Edgecombe Street, and I'm here representing Bob and Linda Gorman, who are sitting here in the audience today, and their grandson for moral support. In case anybody gets out of line. All right. Edgecombe Street is in the historic district, and it's in sort of the denser neighborhoods. To orient you, this is High Street right here, Route 1. This is, what's the street come up here, is Burroughs, and then Eldridge sort of comes in here and ends up on Pequot Avenue up here. So it's kind of an unusual street. in that sense. The lot that we're talking about is a corner lot. It's on a hillside. And it's, one of its direct neighbors is a cemetery. So this is the cemetery property right here. Edgecombe Street comes up and around the site here. Site is very unusual shaped, dogleg style, very narrow in its depth for most of it, but then it juts way back here. There's an existing garage in that area that sets back, and then there's an existing house right here. You can see that house in the photographs here. We did a renovation and dormer additions on this house. I don't know how long ago now.
It was,
12 years ago.
12 years ago? Okay. We pretty much stayed on the footprint at that time. We didn't really expand the footprint. Setbacks on this property basically make it very difficult to build on. This red line here is your front yard setback, 25 feet. And we have another front yard setback on this side, 25 feet. Side yard is 12 that wraps around these two sides here. Rear yard 25 here and another side yard here. The existing house, as you can see, is pre-existing non-conforming in the front yard setback. We're proposing to add on to the house right here. This hatched area, and then basically rebuild the deck further out to allow us to connect this new living space to the house. Right now, this is a second home for the Gormans, and they're planning on adding this addition so that they can move in here full time. So the only variance we're seeking is a front yard variance, and basically you're required to have 25 feet. We're seeking a 9-foot setback instead of the 25 feet. And that would be right here at the addition. Presently, the house is about 9'6" setback. That doesn't make a lot of sense because actually what we're proposing here, I'm sorry, it's 7'6" is the existing setback. So what we're proposing is 2 feet inboard of what's existing right now. So we're looking for less than what's already in the non-conforming section of the property. So essentially, that's it. It's a 1-story addition. The land is falling off, so as we go this direction here, the grade is dropping away. The deck will be up at the living level, but eventually, as that grade drops off, you're up about half a story or almost a story. So really, that's the sum total of what we're proposing here. To me, it seems very straightforward. Our hardship here is we have a very unusually shaped, very shallow lot, which is unlike most of the other lots in the district. Most of the lots are sort of 80 feet along the street, and they go back 100 feet or 150 feet. This lot is kind of the opposite of that. We have frontage here of 154 feet, and it goes back along here only about 58 feet. So if we look at that little buildable area there, you can see that it's be very difficult to add anything onto this house without seeking a variance. We're well under the lot coverage regulation. We're allowed 30% in this zone, and this zone is the RS12 zone. With the addition, we'd only be at 19.5%, so we're a full 10% below what you're allowed. We're not seeking to overbuild a lot in that sense. So everything else is conforming. It's just a matter of the front yard setback, and without that variance, we really can't do anything that's reasonable on this property. So that's my presentation. I'd like to take your questions.
Bill?
no questions, thank you.
Bruce?
No questions.
Doug?
Just to clarify that the addition you're putting on is where the deck is now, correct?
Pretty much,
And then you're putting another deck in front of that,
yes.
but still, as I look at the picture, there's a stone wall there, so you're going out closer to that stone wall.
Going over that stone wall, yeah.
Okay.
The addition will actually just go a couple of feet beyond the stone wall. There's the stone wall, goes under
Oh, under the addition, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. And then you got a deck beyond that that's gonna be.
somewhat elevated
Yeah, somewhere.
because of the grade dropping away.
Okay, thanks.
Well, not knowing where Edgecombe was, which I should have, because we own property down there, I found out. And I found it, and I was much surprised at how close the property was to the street.
Hmm.
And and the part that came up, you've essentially told me that the age of the house predates the zoning.
Yes, I don't know the date of the house exactly, but
I
it's.
think I saw it
1920.
1927. So I was really surprised, but you've explained what you're trying to do. And it's an older house. I personally, I see, think and believe you have a reasonable request.
I didn't hear that, Tom.
You would have you have a reasonable request in mind.
Thank you.
So, say what's true.
Okay.
Anyway,
You also have some other exhibits. Do you have those with you in the larger scale?
Yeah, you want me to show those?
Then there was one exhibit, maybe Tom can explain. I couldn't read.
this is
It
one
was
of,
found.
I think I'm having it, but I'm in a bigger scale.
Yeah, property owner consent forms.
But-
Property owner consent forms.
These are the floor plans. This is the addition. This is the deck. That was an alternative. These are sections, detail sections. These are the exterior views. That's what interests you. So on Edgecombe Street, this essentially is the face of that faces onto Edgecombe. This is the addition here. You can see it's kind of low in scales compared to the rest of the house. So volumetrically, it's not a huge addition to the house. And again, the most impacted neighbor are our residents who are no longer with us in the cemetery. So
Did a good news.
the impact should be minimal. I think the Gormans did present this to their neighbors in the neighborhood. Is that correct?
Yes.
So they're aware of what we're doing and we inform them beyond the mailings.
Is there a here to speak in favor or opposition of this request?
what was the question?
Would it here to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, I can file on.
Anything in the file?
We have a communication from Planning and Zoning Commission. At the June 10th meeting, Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed the referral list and had no comment.
Any questions from the panel? Okay, if not, we'll post the public meeting on 7/13. Discussion, Bill, Sasha?
I support the granting the application as presented. It's a pre-existing nonconformity. And there's not a lot coverage issue, and they're actually not increasing the nonconformity. They're backing back 1.5 feet from where they are already. So I would support it.
Bruce?
Given the circumstances, I think it seems reasonable.
Does?
I agree with both Bruce and,
Thompson?
I guess I would agree with everybody. And my trip out there, I complies with everything, so.
Four people sworn at the right made this decision. Don't have this kind of motion.
Motion, accept.
Second.
Second by Bill. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oops. Carries 5-0.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Bruce. Or
And good to see you.
Likewise. Good to be seen there, dude. Good to be seen there, dude. Oh, well, okay. Let's see. Correspondence?
There's no correspondence.
No. Minutes from May 14th, in our package. Anybody give a motion on the minute?
I move that we approve the minutes as written.
Second,
Second,
vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Tom, you can sign them.
Old business.
No old business,
How about no?
no new business.
How about a staff report?
Don't have one.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
So move.
Doug, second. Bruce, all in favor?
aye.
We are adjourned at 7:60.
What's the record? I said, what's the record?
Pretty close.
Probably when